Hey Onefootballers, one of the biggest questions in football is what do the other 6 sides need to do to catch Manchester City? Well, we're going to look at a certain midfielder that Manchester United should sign to take them back to title winning ways. Yes, Jorginho from Napoli. We have Statman Dave and Steve Howson on the phone, and they're going to be breaking down why he could be a great signing for United. I'll let the lads decide who goes first.
Dave, you've done loads of research on him recently, so I'll let you start.
Jorginho, he's a good player, a bit of a ball player at the back, a number 6, a deep line playmaker. What I like about Jorginho is how he commands the ball, and pretty much he's Napoli's heartbeat. Napoli have got a lot of respect recently from a lot of football fans, from journalists around, for being a little bit Guardiola-esque in how they play. They build up from the back really quickly. They move the ball through the thirds, a lot of quick passing, short passing, moving their opposition around and scoring a lot of goals. And Jorginho is the guy that pretty much is controlling the whole thing. This season in Serie A, he's already completed over 2,000 passes. That is absolutely ridiculous.
In terms of Jorginho, what can United fans expect from their potential new signing, Dave?
I think it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a ball player, someone to control the tempo. Sometimes United do struggle against weaker teams that sit deep. And Jorginho could be that guy that could receive the ball in midfield and look to play Paul Pogba in between the lines, look to get Alexis Sanchez in an area where he's really dangerous. So in terms of positions, maybe defensive midfield, maybe central midfield, it'll be quite interesting to see how Mourinho fits him into his side.
So then, Steve, who would you drop in replace with Jorginho if you were Mourinho?
I think he's going to take the place of McTominay. I think McTominay's having a fantastic debut season for United. I think he's doing the basic, simple things quite well. But I don't think he's got that X factor about him just yet. Maybe he can get that. Maybe he can add that to his game. But right now, Manchester United, if we're looking to compete with the likes of Manchester City and looking to go to the latter stages of the Champions League, we do need someone of the level of Jorginho. And for me, I actually think he's got similar qualities to Michael Carrick. I don't think they play the game the same way, but what he delivers in terms of playing football, he would do the sort of things Michael Carrick's done. Control the game from deep, be able to find those incisive passes and move the ball through the thirds. And I totally agree with what Dave said in terms of Napoli are getting a lot of plaudits. I love watching Napoli play. I think they're one of the most exciting teams that play in world football. I don't think they hog possession, have it for nothing. I think they move it from the back to the front quickly and efficiently. And one of the reasons they do that is Jorginho. We could really do with that.
So when United are chasing Manchester City, do you think there's any room for them to be playing the Rashfords or the McTominays of this world, where they're trying to nurture some youth talent? Or is it a case that they need to win now, so they need to buy the likes of Jorginho?
There's always been a blend at United, and I would always want there to be a blend at United. There's nothing better than watching someone come through the academy. You've seen him at 13, 14, 15, 16 years of age, and then boom, he gets his first team opportunity and stays there and becomes ever present like Marcus Rashford has done. He looks absolutely fantastic. His development curve's going great. There's other players waiting in the wings as well, with Angel Gomez, with Mason Greenwood, that are going to blow the socks off the Premier League when they start getting their opportunities. But it's always been a balance. United have always brought through our own. If you're looking, even in the 80s and that, you look at the likes of Norman Whiteside comes through the ranks, but we buy Brian Robson for like a British record fee. So there has to be that blend. There has to be the top players that are bringing through and enabling these young players to come into the team when it's balanced and when it's settled. And I reckon Jose probably wants at least another window where he can buy players that are ready-made for the team. And then I reckon he's going to start looking at the 18, 19, 20-year-olds, whether that's from our own academy or whether that's players to buy and develop.
So do you think he's one of the players that you're now missing and that could fill the gap between you and City? Or do you think there's a lot more players that need to be buying alongside him?
I think we probably need a centre-half. There's been some rumours of Alderweireld, and I think him alongside Bay is pretty exciting. I think our fullbacks need an upgrade, whether that's he puts his trust in Luke Shaw and he can start delivering what he wants, because for me, Luke Shaw could be that guy. I think Antonio Valencia, as solid as he's been, I think there's a room to upgrade there. Could Fosu Mensah be that guy? So I don't know whether we need to go external to upgrade the fullbacks, but we currently do need to upgrade the fullbacks. And I think if we did that, we'd be a bit more of a threat going forward in the wide areas. I think our forward line, the forward 6 or 7 that we've got, is fine. I don't think that needs any surgery. I definitely think we need another midfielder, and not just in the starting 11, we're going to probably need another couple of midfielders, because I definitely think we're going to be losing Fellaini. There's rumours that we're going to lose Herrera. Carrick's retiring. We're already one short, arguably, now anyway. So I think United don't just need one player. We probably need a couple. And it doesn't need to be world-class players. It just needs to be sensible appointments that fit the team, and I think we'll be fine. I do think that City are going to be not quite on the, and I hope they're not quite on the same level that they're on this season. And if they're even a couple of % off it, United only need to pick our game up by 1 or 2%, and it's going to be very competitive next season.
So in terms of you, Statman Dave, is it a case that you think McTominay can still develop from coming off the bench, or does he need to go out on loan, prove himself, and then come back and become the next United great?
I think what you need to see with Manchester United, especially over last season with the Europa League, is there's a lot of games. Even in the Champions League, it's still a lot of games you're playing Wednesday, Saturday. So for me, with Scott McTominay's development this season has been fantastic. His performance against Eden Hazard in the recent Premier League game was brilliant. Snapping at his ankles, winning the ball back, being very physical on the Belgian. What you kind of need to do with Eden Hazard, when you get in his head, he sort of drops out of the game. We've seen that frequently against the sort of top 6 sides. And McTominay was that guy. He was absolutely perfect. I like him. I think he's similar to what Darren Fletcher used to bring Manchester United, aggression, but sort of that readiness and that ability to do the tactical job, the Park Ji-sung role, the Darren Fletcher role, is very, very important to have in the squad. So for me, I think it'll be fine to keep him at the football club if he's behind someone that they potentially bring in, like a Jorginho. But he needs to just, keep his training, keep focused on what he is, and that is a Manchester United footballer to get to that top level. No messing about off the pitch. But I think the opportunities will be there in the League Cup, the FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League. There's a lot of games, as I mentioned before. So for me, it's fine to have Scott McTominay in the squad.
So then, just to end the show to both of you, is it a good, a bad, or great signing if you're able to get Jorginho in the summer?
I think it'd be a great signing. I think he'd really transform our midfield.
And then Statman Dave, good,
yeah,
bad,
I think
or great?
It'd be a great signing as well. I think it's what United need is that sort of deep line controller that Jorginho could just fit in perfectly.